Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So welcome everyone. Today is a special day. Today is Bhadra Purnima. Today is the day when you can give Srimad Bhagavatam to somebody on a golden throne as a gift. Then you can go back home, back to Godhead. Bhadra Purnima. This is mentioned in the Bhagavatam itself. So somebody may not be able to give the full Bhagavatam. One can give Krishna book. One can not able to give Krishna book. One can speak about Bhagavatam to others. In this way, one can give Bhagavatam, uh, honoring the person who we are giving it to. So it's a very special day. Also, today is called Vishwarup Mahotsav. Vishwarup Mahotsav is the day, well, some say that it's the day that Lord Chaitanya's elder brother took sannyas. And some say it's the day that he departed from this world in Pandharpur. He's supposed to be an expansion of Lord Balaram also, the elder brother of Lord Chaitanya. Okay. And then today is also starting of the third month of Chaturmasya, avoiding milk. Today is also the acceptance of sannyas by Srila Prabhupada. And it is also the disappearance day of Srila Haridas Thakur, Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur. This is there quite nicely, elaborately. The pastime is narrated in Caitaniya Caritamita. How Srila Haridas Thakur, he was, he wouldn't enter the Jagannath temple. And so every day Lord Chaitanya, who's Jagannath himself, would come and visit him. And one day Lord Chaitanya had sent Govinda, his servant, with Jagannath Prasad for Haridas Thakur. Haridas was lying down and chanting his rounds. He had become quite old. And so he was telling Govinda that, I've not yet chanted my rounds. I've not finished. He was chanting 192 rounds every day. So almost whole day he was chanting. And he said, I have not yet finished my rounds, but this is prasad, so I can't even not take it. So he just had like kind of a bit of it. And then, well, Govinda goes back and he told Lord Chaitanya that Haridas Thakur seems not very well. So the next day, Lord Chaitanya went to meet Haridas. Said, what happened, Haridas? How are you feeling? So Haridas, very humble, very humble. He said, actually it's my mind. My mind now has become, so bad. I'm not able to finish my rounds. Lord Chaitanya said, because you become so old now, it's okay. Whole life you have chanted. It's okay. You don't have to, chant so many rounds still. But Haridas, out of his humility, was saying, no, no, it's just my mind. But then Haridas Thakur had also understood that Lord Chaitanya will end his pastime soon. And But he wanted to leave the world before Lord Chaitanya left. He wanted to leave in the presence of Lord Chaitanya. So Lord Chaitanya said, you know, I can't even stop you. You know, it's your desire, and so be it. So then, after a few days, Lord Chaitanya came with the devotees. He came with the devotees, and they had a very, very wonderful ecstatic kirtan started. Wonderful kirtan. Lord Chaitanya was dancing, and Haridas Thakur, he took Lord Chaitanya's lotus feet and put it on his chest, fixed his mind on the lotus face of Lord Chaitanya, fixed his eyes looking at the beautiful face of Lord Chaitanya, and all around there's kirtan going on. All the devotees were there. Lord Nityananda was there, you know, all the others, all the close associates were there of Lord Chaitanya. And while looking at Lord Chaitanya like this, Haridas willfully he gave up his life. It's like Bhishma Dev, you know, he decided, okay, it's my time to leave the world, and Haridas Thakur also. At his will, he left the body. Then after he left, Lord Chaitanya picked up Haridas Thakur's body and was dancing and dancing with it. Kirtan was going on. Then after that, the devotees then told Lord Chaitanya, okay, now, you know, let's go and do the final rites for Haridas. Then they went to the ocean, bathed the body. Lord Chaitanya was personally decorating the body of Haridas Thakur with all the tilak and the other paraphernalia, getting paraphernalia from Lord Jagannath. And then Lord Haridas Thakur's body was put into samadhi. They made like a small marking that this is the samadhi, and Lord Chaitanya said this is, you know, this is like a pilgrimage place now. People can come and take the blessings of Haridas Thakur. And all the while Kirtan is going on. And then Lord Chaitanya personally went to the market to beg for prasad. He said, a great devotee has passed today, kindly give me prasad. So he was begging for prasad. Then Lord Nityananda came, he said, we'll go, we'll bring all the prasad, you go. Then they went, and they've collected so much prasad. Everybody donated so much prasad. Then the devotees, Lord Chaitanya told them, you all sit in line, I'm going to serve you all. And Lord Chaitanya was personally serving devotees prasad in memory of Haridas Thakur, to honor his memory, feeding all the Vaishnavas prasad. And finally, Nityananda Prabhu told Lord Chaitanya, no, now you also take prasad, and, you know, let the other devotees serve. You can see that how attached Lord Chaitanya was to Haridas Thakur, that he was personally uh, did so much. Haridas Thakur, not an ordinary person. It's a great personality. The incarnation of Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma told Krishna, you're going to come in Kali Yuga and you're going to do your most merciful pastimes. Let me also come with you. Let me be born in a low family so that, you know, because I feel I'm become proud. Let me take birth in a low family so I don't be proud. And Haridas Thakur, he was chanting the holy name constantly. Constantly he was chanting. So we can see, and Lord Chaitanya says that who can chant the holy name constantly? One who is Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorapi Saisnana Amanena Manadena Kirtanya Sadahari. More humble than a blade of grass, more tolerant than a tree, giving all respect to others, not expecting any for oneself. Lord Chaitanya says, if one has this kind of a frame of mind, one can chant the holy name constantly. So Haridas Thakur was like that, epitome of humility, personification of humility, kind of almost, was so humble. So can pray at the lotus feet of Srila Haridas Thakur that we may be also able to chant the holy name with humility. We may be also tolerant. And we may also be able to give all respect to others and not expect any for ourselves. And we may also be able to chant the pure holy name. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So till the end, Haridas Thakur did, didn't get the darshan. He couldn't go to Jagannath's temple,
Yeah,
Jagannath
he
Puri's.
didn't enter. Yeah, he never. Although such a great devotee, he never
Yeah,
went inside. Yeah. And
and
that's
Lord
why
Chaitanya also didn't, like, I mean, he could have, like,
he could have, yeah. But
changed the
just to
thing.
maintain the etiquette, he also didn't say, oh, calm or this or that. No, but instead, Lord Chaitanya was coming to see Haridas Thakur every day. So Jagannath and Lord Chaitanya, no difference.
No difference. Yeah.
Yeah. So Haridas couldn't go to meet Jagannath, but because Haridas had so much love, that Lord Jagannath was coming to see him every day. Mm. We can see how loving relationship between the Lord and his devotee.
Mhm. That story about what? How many marketplaces?
Yeah. Would you like to say that?
I'm not too sure how many places.
22.
22.
Yeah. What happened in that story? What had happened?
Mm. I think Haridas Thakur and Nityanand, is it? They were going to places to to preach, like tell
That's the
people to
other
chant.
one. That is
What
Jagai
is that
Madai.
the one?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's Jagai
okay.
Madai. This was because Haridas Thakur, he's born in Muslim family, and
Okay.
but he was chanting every day Hare Krishna mantra, and he was becoming very famous because people could really see that Haridas is not a ordinary person. And so he was becoming very influential. Then some of the Muslims only they objected, and then they went and told the Nawab there that they went and told the king that this he's a Muslim and he's chanting the holy name and it's not good. And so then the king told Haridas, you give it up. You give up chanting the holy name. And Haridas said, even if my body is cut into tiny pieces, every piece of my body will be chanting holy name. I cannot stop. I will not give it up. So then then the Qazi said, okay, now he should be beaten in 22 marketplaces. Yeah, let him be beaten. Now everybody knows, in one, two, three marketplaces, a person will die. It's not that they're beating him lightly, they beat like really beating. And but Haridas didn't get scared. He didn't say, I will give up chanting. He said, okay, whatever. whatever you want to do, I cannot give up chanting. And they're actually beating him, taking him, and all this. And he's continuing to chant. And he is praying for them that, my dear Lord, you don't be angry at them, that don't let them suffer for what they are doing. Just like how Lord Jesus also, they don't know what they are doing. So forgive them for their sins. Haridas was also praying to them, to the Lord. And the people who were beating him, they, after finishing 22 marketplaces, they were tired and they were like, oh my God, what to do? So Haridas told them, why are you looking so worried? They said, we're not able to kill you, and like this, we are going to be in problem. They are going to kill us now. So Haridas said, oh, really? That's a problem? Okay. So then he just enters into samadhi, and then they throw him in the Ganga, and they tell him, oh, they went go back to the king and say, oh, he's dead. And then they were like, everyone, oh, okay, okay, he's dead. But Haridas, after some time, he was like with the flow of the Ganga. Then after some distance, he came out of his samadhis and started walking. And then people saw him. And then people realized, oh, this is not an ordinary person. This is really a sadhu, a saint. And then then they were like, okay, then they wouldn't bother him after that. Then the Muslims were like, okay, he's a saint and we don't want to bother him anymore. So this is the glory. And later in the Mahaprakash Leela, when Lord Chaitanya tells Haridas, he said, you are praying for them. So then what to do? You're praying. I cannot even hurt them and I don't want you also to be hurt. So then I was embracing your body and taking all the beatings on me. Lord Chaitanya showed him all the markings.
The lashes were there, right? On
Yeah,
his,
the
yeah.
lashes were there on his body. So you can see
But
that.
like, why Lord Chaitanya didn't come personally, like, to protect? Because see, like how in Jagai Madhai, Lord Chaitanya came, right? He wanted to, he wanted to punish them, right? And then
Yeah,
Nityanand Prabhu said, no, like you have
yeah,
not come to this, in this age,
yeah,
to physically, like, hit, beat
yeah,
anyone. Mm.
yeah. Why didn't Lord Chaitanya come? So we can also understand that Lord Chaitanya wanted to show the glories of Haridas Thakur.
Mm.
Yeah, that he's being beaten in 22 marketplaces, still chanting the holy name, didn't give up chanting. So the love that Haridas has for Krishna and the love Krishna has for Haridas, that Krishna is embracing his body and taking the whips on him. We can see that there's so much love here. So by this pastime, this is one of the things we can understand to bring out the glories of Haridas Thakur. That how much firm faith he had. That no matter you kill me, I will not stop chanting. Yeah. There's also another pastime where Haridas Thakur, he was living in a cave. And then, of course, because he's a sadhu, then people would come to visit him. But there was a snake living in the cave. And so after some time, they would tell him, we are scared to come here. You go to another place. Come, you move out of here. We are scared of the snake. But for Haridas, he was like, it's okay, snake is not bothering me. I'm not bothering the snake. It's all right. So, but then again, after some time, again, there's people who would come to visit Haridas. They they would still tell, they would still say, you know, that no, you please leave from here. We can't come meeting you like this. Then Haridas Thakur, he made up the mind, okay, let the snake be here. Tomorrow morning I will leave, you know. And the snake understood Haridas Thakur's heart, and the snake left. So Haridas Thakur continued to stay there, and then the people could come and meet him without being afraid. So Haridas Thakur was not afraid of the snake. He saw him as part and parcel of Krishna. But yeah, there are so many wonderful pastimes of Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur said that simply by chanting on the Namabhas level, that chanting Hare Krishna, trying to avoid the offenses. So the inoffensive chanting, Namabhas it's called, it's not yet pure chanting. It's like a shadow chanting. That itself can give liberation. And if one chants purely Hare Krishna, pure chanting, Shuddha Nam will give one Krishna Prem, love of Krishna. So let us pray also to Srila Haridas Thakur that we may be able to chant offenselessly, and then gradually chant with love, chant with love of Krishna. Mm.
He was known as a Namacharya, right?
Namacharya, yeah, Namacharya. He's chanting the whole day, 192 rounds,
300,000, right? Yeah.
300,000 names, yeah. Yesterday was also a very special day. Yesterday was appearance day of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur.
Mm.
Bhaktivinoda Thakur has given us so much literature. But actually, after Lord Chaitanya left, then many of the Vaishnav principles were being distorted. People were taking advantage. People were doing wrong things in the name of Vaishnavism. So many different sects came up. And then it was Bhaktivinoda Thakur that who really, at that time, he set straight, no, this is right and this is all, uh, against the principles of Vaishnavism. Very strongly he preached. And he made it very clear. He set the path that, okay, these, what they are doing in the name of followers of Lord Chaitanya is all wrong. And how devotees should also behave and preach. And he started the Namahata program, that in every village he would go, get some people together, and engage in kirtan, take some prasad, then go to another village. Then he would tell the people, okay, you continue to do that now. Get together, speak the glories of Krishna, chant the holy name, have prasad. You know, he was like, he's the pioneer of the Namahata program. Gave us wonderful books, Harinam Chintamani, the, the glories of the holy name,
What
Jai
do you say?
Badharma,
Namahata.
Harinam Chintamani,
No, but what do you say? Namahata.
Namahata, Namahata,
Hatha.
yeah,
Okay.
Hatta, Namhat,
Namahata.
yeah,
Okay.
Namhat. Bhaktivinoda Thakur had started that. He was very focused because that time India was mostly in villages, right? So he was very focused in rural preaching, preaching in the villages. Then, of course, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur came, and then he was preaching in the cities, Calcutta, bigger cities. And then Srila Prabhupada came, and then he was preaching internationally. So,
Mhm.
yeah, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he discovered the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya. It had gotten covered up.
Oh,
Uh, Bhaktivinoda Thakur got the vision where really Lord Chaitanya's birthplace is. Yogapith is there now in Mayapur. And he got it confirmed by Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj. Jagannath Das Babaji at that time was 100 some years old, 120, couldn't even walk, couldn't see. His servant used to take him in that, before we would see people carrying vegetables in that
oh,
basket, kind of. His servant would carry him like that. As soon as Bhaktivinoda Thakur asked Jagannath Das Babaji to come to this place to confirm is this Lord Chaitanya's birth site, he jumped out of there and started shouting and dancing, you know.
mm,
So he confirmed it, yeah. Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was a magistrate and he was so good, very fast. He would just solve all the cases very fast. It was during the British rule. He was really needed, in the British rule. Uh, he was so sharp. And of course, there's one famous thing, right? That there was one Dongi Baba. Dongi Baba, he was pretending he's an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur took him down, made people realize that he's a fake. Uh, Then he was in Jagannath Puri also sometime. He was taking care of the temple, I think in the treasury or managing the temple. At that time also, the British wanted him to still continue to give service as the magistrate. They built him a special railway line to bring him to and fro. And then he retired toward the end of his life. He retired and became a Babaji and completely was immersed in the holy name. But while he was living, he wrote books, poems, uh, so much literature he's given us. And he was like, very strict in the sense what is Vaishnavism, what is not. Really put it all straight, made clarified how Vaishnav should behave, follow the rules and regulations. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. He's known as Kamala Manjari in Krishna's pastimes. Kamala Manjari. Mm. Okay. Thank you all. I thought we'll read some from Bhagavatam, but just Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Bhakta